Hello. Today I show you a brand new way to suck. Hello YouTube, this is pecktec and I hope you're having a terrific day. I found this product like I find a lot of products. While my wife shops for cat food at PetSmart, I wandered up and down the fish aisle and, well, I have this little product campaign I call shoving my cards into aquarium boxes, especially the fluval specks. So if you ever got my card in a fluval speck, please let me know in the comments. I'm dying to know if this ever worked. This is about $12. I believe. I actually bought it a long time ago and I said, you know, that would be kind of an interesting thing to talk about. And it's sold as, what is it called? Pecktec gravel vacuum, okay? So I thought it was an interesting idea. I was curious to see how it does. And I'm gonna try it out on a couple of tanks and we'll see if it's good or if it sucks. Okay, so normally a product like this wouldn't appeal to me, but I thought it would be interesting just to check it out. Now it works on this principle that it's basically a turkey baster. So you can pull it out and it sucks out some water and then push it out into a bucket or whatever. But how much water does this hold? And would it be practical in a planted tank? I'm already seeing some issues probably trying to navigate around some of these plants and things like that. But if you're just pulling water, like I don't usually really vacuum my gravel at all, so if you're just pulling water out, this might be kind of handy. Maybe not more handy than a python, but maybe if you had just a couple of tanks or a tank in a kind of an awkward position you couldn't get to normally or had to do something really quick, or maybe just topping off. This would probably be a handy tool. Okay, so I got this little TopFin bucket, and that's what I'll be using to extract the water. I'm just gonna leave this down here. All right, let's see. Woo. You have to hold it. Okay. Interesting. Not a perfect system. A little drippy. A little drippy. Okay, so if you have houseplants, this might be the tool for you. If you maybe wanted to pull something out, want to pull out some water, maybe and give it to a houseplant to drink. I think this would be probably ideal. Let's try to suck out some muck here. One thing I'll say is you have to hold this handle. You have to hold this handle because if you let the handle go, well, when I was pulling it out, if I let the handle go, it just pushes it right back out. So we'll finger over the top and the handle and you can squirt it into a bucket. All right, so let's go over the pros and cons of this device. Well, a pro is if you have a tank that's fairly shallow, the traditional water changers you have might be too long. As you can see, this would be kind of difficult to start a siphon in a tank like this. It might be useful for that. If you have plants and you want to give them a really nutritious meal, aquarium water is the best thing, and this looks like a great way to dispense it. If you have an area that has to be kept real tidy, like if you have a limited amount of space, this is kind of big actually compared to maybe just a hose, but this might come in handy. It really just depends on what you need it for. Of course you're going to change water. As a gravel vacuum, it worked okay. It actually picked up some of the melting plants I had in the new aquarium over there. So that was kind of cool. I think about 4 draws of this ended up being a ½ gallon of water in the bucket. The bucket has little measurements in it and it came out to about ½ gallon with about 4 pulls on this thing. I did find that when you pull it out of the water pressure will kind of pull down on this, so you have to hold on to this. You have to hold on to this this part right here, or the water pressure would just pull it down. So for 12 bucks, it might not be a bad thing to add, depending on if you have a need for that sort of thing. If you have a beta bowl that's just too small for the traditional water changer type things, although this thing seems to work in just about any depth of water. Very, very short, so you can really get that in there and do some water changes. If you have a real small aquarium, this might be the product for you. If not, if you got a big tank or you got a lot of tanks like I do, it might be a lot less practical. This might be the kind of thing I take to work. Maybe I can use it in the fluval flora there. Take up a little less space. Maybe. So that's all the time I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in and looking at this little water changer from TopFin. It's kind of interesting. It's not going to set the aquarium world on fire or anything, but it's pretty neat. Now, on a personal note, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to the Big Fish deal. That's a convention up north of here, and it's happening next month. It's having just a few weeks. I actually might sell some stuff and see if I can make it. Rachel O'Leary will be there, and so will the King of DIY, Joey. So, a couple of people I really had a good time talking to in Chicago, so I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to make it there. Are you going? If any of you viewers are going, I'd like to know. So just leave a comment, let me know. Also, do you have one of these? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, in just a few days I'm gonna get my aquarium box. So next week will be a my aquarium box unboxing. We got some funny stuff planned. Hopefully you'll like it. See you then. Bye. Okay folks, today on the show I'll show you how to artificially inseminate a horse. Today on the folks, hey folks, today on the show I'll show you how to pull boogers from your nose. Hey folks, does your baby have trouble with snot? Okay folks, today we look at a new product. Does it suck? Yes! Okay folks, today is the Tube of Destiny. Okay folks, what do you get when you mix a turkey baster with an aquarium product designer? You get the TopFin Beta Aquarium Gravel Back. Hello.